First, I'm Sarah Forgani with KENS 5 News Now. A man is fighting for his life right now after he was shot twice in the head just north of downtown. Police say that a person he was riding in the vehicle with dropped him off at a hospital. Then he was moved to another hospital. And that person told police he was shot in the car somewhere downtown. Officers are working to get more information from the driver. At last check, he was in critical condition. A manhunt is underway now across Texas for a gunman who killed 5 people, and an $80,000 reward is now being offered for any information leading to the arrest of 38-year-old Francisco Oropesa. He's accused of killing 5 of his neighbors in a shooting Friday night in the small town of Cleveland, just north of Houston. Investigators say it started when a neighbor asked Oropesa to stop firing off rounds in his yard and to move away from the property because the baby was trying to sleep. That's when Oropesa refused, and survivors say he burst in and started shooting, moving in further into the home as the 10 people inside ran for their lives. 5 people, including a 9-year-old boy, died. Some of the surviving children were found covered in blood, hiding under some of the deceased adults.
2 of the juveniles were found up underneath 2 of the deceased women that were in the bedroom. In my opinion, they were actually trying to take care of them babies and keep them babies alive.
200 law enforcement agents are now looking for Oropesa. Again, an $80,000 reward is being offered. If you know anything, contact police or the FBI tip line. That number is 1-800-CALL-FBI. A teenager is now facing charges after ramming into a Via bus, sending the bus into someone's front yard. The teen was just arrested Sunday night. Police say the 16-year-old was driving a stolen car on Lockhart around 4:30 Sunday afternoon. Police started following him and he took off. He ended up hitting a Via bus, then the bus crashed into someone's yard. The teen tried to run, but he got hurt in the process and was taken to the hospital. The bus driver suffered minor injuries. Luckily, riders were not hurt. Officers say the boy had an active warrant, a loaded handgun, and narcotics. An update on that 2-year-old who was shot in the head at a West Side home last week. Sadly, we have learned that Toddler has died. According to investigators, that shooting happened at a home on Kent Store near South Ellison Drive. The father told officers the boy was reaching for something on their TV and pulled the gun down. It hit the floor and it went off. Police are still investigating and no word on criminal charges right now. Frustration at a major fiesta event. Some people at the King William Fair went home with complaints after issues with cashless payments and long lines. Fairgoers took to social media to voice their concerns, in particular about the Blast Pass, which is a wristband used for money to buy food and drinks instead of tickets. Some saying they never got a chance to use their money. Melissa Hernandez told KENS 5 she purchased hers when she arrived at the fair and loaded $25 at a Blast Pass booth. Then, to avoid a long line, she later used an online portal advertised by the fair to add more money. She waited 30 minutes for her account to refresh, and an hour passed by and still nothing.
I was just mad it took 24 hours. It needs obviously some work, or it needs some in practice work.
Hernandez says her credit finally appeared in her account one day after the fair. She's now about $18 out, and according to the fair's website, the money will not be refunded. The Fiesta Commission's executive director told us he needs to get more info, and he added each event is coordinated by a separate nonprofit organization that sets its own ticket operations. A much-needed change is coming to the school zone at Johnson High School. The city says safety beacons will be going up. The city secured $90,000 to buy overhead flashing beacons. Right now, there are only signs alerting drivers to the school zone. A group from Johnson High School has been pushing for this change, saying crashes are a problem near the area.
Crashes almost every day. You see something happening and all of that, especially with the school zones. You don't know where the school is ending and all of that.
No word yet on when the new beacons will be installed. At least 18 people were killed and 33 others were hurt when a bus fell off a cliff in western Mexico over the weekend. Now, these are some pictures here of first responders who are trying to help people. Investigators say the bus fell nearly 50 feet down a ravine on Saturday. The bus was traveling on a highway that connects the state's capital city and the tourist destination of Puerto Vallarta. With the hot months ahead, doctors are using today, also known as Melanoma Monday, to raise awareness of just how dangerous skin cancer is. Dermatologists say skin cancer is on the rise, with about 200,000 cases of melanoma each year. It's the deadliest form, but treatable if caught early by doing routine skin checks. A new survey finds more than half of Americans are not even concerned about developing skin cancer. The American Academy of Dermatology suggests the best prevention is always wear sunscreen and sun protective clothing. Want to check in with Paul for today's forecast.
Oh, good day for sunscreen today. We'll see a lot of it. We will have some high-level clouds moving through every once in a while. It'll be partly cloudy, mostly sunny. It's going to be a really warm day, high at about 88. And if you're doing anything out this evening, temperatures mainly in the 80s, and it should be a nice evening.
And that's KINS 5 News now. Thanks so much for joining me.